For the past couple of years, BYD relied on outside companies to handle things like servicing, distribution. You probably remember EVDirect and the big partnership with Mycar after that. Now they've cancelled those contracts completely. They've dropped EVDirect completely and they've stopped using Mycar. And from July this year, they're taking full control of how their cars are delivered, serviced and repaired and supported. But now it's literally everything is all on BYD. So that is, it's honestly not their strong point, to be honest. From what I can hear, BYD seemingly not doing the best job at servicing and giving people repairs and that sort of stuff. But some people are having a pretty decent time. It's all anecdotal, really. So yeah, it's a huge shift and it changes the experience for every current and future BYD owner in the country. They're obviously going to be a big part for the next 5 or 10 years of the Australian market. So hello folks, my name is Ben Alexander. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have a special request from you, if you wouldn't mind. It's the first time I've done this, but it would mean a lot to me if you could spend a minute to help give your input on a bit of a project I want to put together, the first of its kind. You know, only a few seconds, just give a quick opinion at the end in the comments for me. That would be lovely. So here's the story. When BYD launched in Australia a few years ago, obviously you remember the Atto 3, massive deal, brilliant car. They didn't have their own EV dealer network. They just had a pocket full of cash, you know, they just had some money and they just wanted to come here. So they used EVDirect. And of course, the guy who owned it then sold the company for $70 million. So obviously made a load of money out of it. And now they've gotten rid of that completely. So they didn't have any EV technicians anywhere to even park the cars. They didn't have any people to sell the cars. So they did the quick thing. They just outsourced it perfectly fine. They used EVDirect, which is as the local distributor, and Mycar with more than 270 workshops nationally in Australia. And yeah, they became a very big deal very, very quickly within 3 years. That meant that you could walk into a Mycar showroom and get an Atto 3 and walk out that week or get it serviced, you know, just like a Toyota Corolla. Nationwide coverage, open 6 days a week. On paper, brilliant, really, really great. But that model didn't really last that long. It's only been months, hasn't it? So people started complaining. Not one or two people, a lot of people, hundreds, or actually it's in the thousands of people, I'm pretty sure. BYD's servicing schedule looked too similar to a petrol car, really, and the servicing costs looked quite too high, really. It was quite expensive. And some owners said that they were quoted prices that were 30 or 40% higher than they expected. It's pretty crappy, really. So one survey that went around on Facebook and showed almost 1 in 4 early Atto 3 buyers were considering cancelling their order purely because of the servicing schedule. So it's pretty bad. Trust me, it's pretty bad. So BYD ended up cutting service prices by around 20%, and then they offered a free first-year service to some buyers. And that was the first sign that something wasn't really working behind the scenes. Complaints about communication started. This is a big issue. People couldn't get answers from EVDirect. And to be fair, I did a video the other day about Tesla. Tesla have still not responded to a lot of people after literally bricking their power walls. They depleted the battery to zero, bricked it. Months later, still had no response from Tesla to some of these people about why that's happened. But we all now kind of know, you know, over 10,000 power walls were bricked, basically. So you can watch the video. It's a very interesting video. And the servicing will now be handled through BYD service centres and what they call BYD trained service specialists. This basically means that BYD are going kind of vertical. Even this was their like strong point, isn't it? Going vertical, do everything from the top to bottom. They'd be the customer if they could. So yeah, BYD control almost everything in China. They make their own batteries, their own motors, their supply chain, their own ECUs. They don't make the dashboards though, and they even mine a chunk of their own raw materials as well. So their entire business model is about controlling the chain end to end. So it was really only a matter of time before they wanted to control the ownership experience in Australia as well. So here is where it gets especially interesting. When a car company restructures like this, you will usually see two things. So either reliability improves because the brand finally takes full responsibility. which is a good thing. Accountability, always an important thing for society and also business. And or things will get worse for a little while because the system is new and unorganized. Right now in Australia, obviously, we're seeing a bit of the second one. And in the first half of this year, 2025, BYD sales grew over 70% year on year. Sounds really, really good, but no one knows what they're doing. And they're all running around like headless chickens. Very, very confused, it sounds like. I've spoken to some people at BYD dealership actually the other day, and they were telling me that it's just horrendous. So remember, more cars means more servicing, more warranty work, more logistics, more pressure, more people are crashing cars and having to have them repaired, and you need to have someone, request to have a bumper sent over. So around the same time, complaints jumped threefold, actually, according to reporting from the AFR and customer forums in Australia. More than 20% of the issues being reported were about long wait times for repairs or parts, and another 15% were about communication delays. That might not sound catastrophic, but when a car brand grows faster than its systems, we will all feel it, basically. So, like, for example, if you're trying to call Tesla, you can't, they won't answer the phone. It's little things like that. They're preoccupied because they've got so many people they're trying to sell to, so many people they're trying to have their cars repaired and that sort of stuff. It's a tricky business. So Tesla went through the exact same thing. Here is the interesting thing. This move from BYD could actually fix that somewhat, or at least take it very close to being fixed. So if BYD control the parts, the logistics, the training, the approvals, and the service scheduling, then in theory, everything becomes considerably more consistent. No more Mycar saying, we don't have the part, we have to order it from China. No more EVDirect saying, we'll get it back to you next week, and then they won't answer the phone for 4 days. So this should be good because there's no confusion about who is responsible for this. So even something simple like warranty claims becomes quicker when one company controls literally everything, the whole thing. So the big question is, will they actually excel in this department? So that's the unknown right now. We're going to see in the next 6 months. I think it's going to be interesting. I will let you know how this goes. Their new service network is still being built. Some centres will be BYD branded and fully corporate. Others will be run by partners. One insider said 60% of the servicing will be BYD controlled by the end of the year, and the rest will be online by the end of next year. That means that we're in a sort of transition period that might last a year and a half, something like that. 12 months, 13, 14 months, something like that. And it makes sense why they're doing this, because BYD sold 4.27 million new energy vehicles globally last year. That is more than Tesla, more than Volkswagen's entire EV lineup, more than anybody, basically. And they cannot really afford to have their global image damaged by sloppy service experiences in Australia. Obviously, the world is very connected at the minute. So Australia is one of BYD's key right-hand drive markets, along with the UK, New Zealand, Thailand as well. If they get servicing wrong here, it affects everything, frankly. And there's a lot of people talking in Australia, New Zealand, UK. People often have family members and they talk and that sort of stuff, and we all talk the same language, so news travels fast, basically. So here's what I think. BYD taking control is definitely the right thing to do, but it is also a risky thing to do. It will probably improve things long term, maybe not in the short term. If you've ordered a BYD or you already own one, it's worth paying attention to, because we've seen it before. Tesla stumbled at the start. MG went through it as well in the UK, if you remember. Loads of issues. Having a brand-controlled service network is almost always better. It's quicker, cleaner, more consistent, more efficient, cost-effective, I would say. It's more cheaper. And we just need hope that BYD scale up this system fast. Australia deserves a proper EV service network, not a patchwork of contractors trying to keep up. Little thing I want to say at the end here. So these are the channel members. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you all helping me, so that's really lovely. Do you think that BYD taking control is a good idea? Yes or no? Really, really curious to know about that as a question. But I really want to get rid of that divide between me and you, basically, the person on YouTube, and you're always watching my videos. I see a lot of people always watching, and the people who watch keep coming back to watch my videos. It's really, really lovely, genuinely quite touching, and I want to do something about that. So it doesn't feel right that everything is done through algorithms and comments that get buried on YouTube. I just don't really like that. And I want a place where it actually feels like we're all in the same room together, like we're all coming back to the same house in a sort of non-incestuous sort of weird way. But yeah, somewhere that you can say something and I will see it and I will respond, and everyone else can see it too. Somewhere that we can talk and do live streams and things like that. And yeah, share things. If you've got something for sale and you're in Brisbane City, other people in Brisbane City can also, you can give it to them or you can sell it to them, that sort of stuff. If someone needs advice, people will actually be there and give you proper advice and that sort of stuff. And I know so many of you are a load of incredibly knowledgeable people, engineers, people with PhDs, mechanics, technicians, battery chemists, watch my videos, genuinely incredibly clever real world people. And I want you to have more of a platform to share what you know, and yeah, a sort of proper EV focused hub that actually works instead of just throwing comments into a kind of void at the bottom sometimes, because that's what I sort of feel like it is sometimes when there's so many. What I want to do is build not only another Facebook group, because I just don't think that cuts the mustard. I think there's loads of Facebook groups. That's not good enough, I don't think. I genuinely think we all deserve a bit better than that. And I was thinking about this the other month when I was thinking about the UK, the demise of pubs and that sort of stuff. And I thought, what a shame. There's no real place for, you know, blokes to just meet up and have a chat with their friends and just have a bit of time where you have a beer and you just talk about life and aging or something like that, and, I don't know, tax avoidance or something. So yeah, I don't want it to be a platform run by algorithms where you're fighting to see posts and wading through adverts and things like that, and there's any sort of algorithm at play. I really want to build a proper community space, somewhere where you can step into kind of like a digital house, and then you walk into different rooms for different things. So, for example, a room about battery chemistry, a room about repairing EVs, Tesla, BYD, house storage, that sort of stuff. Whatever you're into, I want to have a good selection of things in there. And the main space where we all can kind of gather and talk and have live streams. And I wanted to do, in particular, I want to do one every month, one very large, detailed documentary where I really, really put a lot of time and effort into it. But it will take a lot of my time to do that. I know, because I used to do a lot of that sort of stuff before my channel became what it is today. I used to spend many, many days creating videos, and then I'd post it, and then people would see it, basically. So that's the part I really, really like, the idea that this could become a kind of close-knit community. I think it's kind of the first place that I know of in the EV world where we can kind of do this. We can talk about converting electric vehicles or something like that. And yeah, it doesn't really exist, I don't think. There are Facebook pages, but they're obviously, you're subject to algorithms and all sorts of things. And yeah, because the thing is, most people who watch my videos are in big cities, for example, London, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth. And you know for a fact that a lot of you live near each other without even realizing it. And you all know me and you watch my stuff and you agree with me, you probably agree with other people. So I imagine, imagine having a place where if you want to sell a car, or you want advice about an insurance issue, or you just want to talk to someone who's similar to you, but you just don't know them yet, then I think this would be a really great place for that, because there's potentially people in your city and you can meet them on this thing. So it's not me building something for you, it's really something where I want to build something with you. I want to be a part of it, and I want everyone to just sort of be in there all the time for different things and having good chats, and we can create a meetup every now and then. We can do things like that. Every couple of months we just go and have a barbecue somewhere in Manly Pier or something, and I want to talk to you properly. I want to do real live streams and yeah, jump into different places and have a good old chat. And I also get a lot of things for free. I always get sent loads of things. Let's see if I always get, like, for example, I'll just show you, 1 minute, I'll just show you this. I was sent a firebox, an actual beautiful titanium firebox. Really nice thing. And if I don't want it, I can give it away to someone. 2 of those recently, really expensive. I think they're like $150. Car tire pumps, really, really good. And I always get things and I give them away. And I would love it if I could give it to people who support my work and who are, just sort of buy into my work and you really like what I do, and you can feel the sort of passion. So there's so much knowledge in this community already, and we're all just sharing it in the comments, and it's just, there are too many algorithms at play. I really want to make it a real community, not a pretend community like you get on Facebook, but something very real and tangible where we can actually organize stuff and have good chats. So something that actually brings people together, because that is what a community is. You have a blacksmith over there, a painter over there, a woodsmith over there, and yeah, that's a kind of real EV home, a digital place where we all actually get to know each other. And if that sounds like something you'd want to be a part of, I'd really like to hear what you think about that. Is it a stupid idea? Am I being lofty? Is it a good idea? Is it a brilliant idea? Have you got any ideas for it? Please just take a minute and just put something in the comments below, because I think it would take a lot of time to get this going. And if no one's interested, that would be a bugger, wouldn't it? So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.